Hi guys, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today we're in Evergreen Harbor in the neighborhood portion of Port Promise. This lot, if you could see it in the top left corner, is called the Caboose. It is the bar lot, the only bar lot in Evergreen Harbor. And today I am renovating it into a restaurant. I say renovate as if I didn't bulldoze the entire thing. But yeah, we're making a restaurant here and I really like how this came out. I've kind of been having a lot of builder's block lately. It has some to do with just, natural occurring builder's block, but this last month I've been kind of going through every single human emotion that's possible. So what a great time to be alive. But yeah, this is a 30 by 20. The restaurant is called The Tracks. I named it, if you could tell, because of the train tracks that are very evident in the background. It is, you can place this for free if you go to Manage Worlds, but if you're looking to buy the restaurant, it is 83,706 simoleons. And it was a ton of fun to build. I actually built this all in one go, which is a little bit unusual for me, but finally had a break in that builder's block, so I was really, really excited to, get the cogs turning again, and I really, really fell in love with how this all came out. I have little experience with building restaurants. They're not typically what I build, and industrial style homes and buildings are also not typically what I build. So this was out of my comfort zone in a couple of ways, which I think kind of made it more exciting to do. But yeah, I really, really do like how this came out, and I like the use of the natural lighting with the glass roofs on both the patio and the building itself. And then I wanted to do this industrial style build, and I couldn't figure a better place than Evergreen Harbor, which came with the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. That pack is both one of the most thought out and one of the most annoying packs I think The Sims have ever done. And the only reason I say that is because of the NAP system, the NAP system, being if you're into playing eco lifestyle. Anyway, this is my opinion, obviously, but if you're into playing it and reconstructing the world and making it modern, making it green, making it cleaner, it is super fun that you have all of these different options to explore when it comes to the different nap items. But when you're not playing it and people suddenly start turning up with bags on their heads and eating all of your food and then stealing your stuff, it's all of a sudden a little more annoying than not annoying. But all in all, it is a really cool pack, and I really do like the things that came in the pack as a builder, but as a Sims player, it is also really fun to play in. And I know it kind of sounds weird, but one of my favorite parts of this pack is that it's dirty. It's super dirty, and that's just in so many ways, it kind of feels like video games, at least simulation games, I suppose, like this. It feels like it's meant to be kind of more utopia than dystopia, so I really did kind of enjoy having that, just the filth and the grime that came with this. I just recently downloaded the Werewolf pack. I haven't played very much with it, but I also see that item, the filth and the grossness that comes with that one too. Unpopular opinion, I really like the Strangerville for the same exact reason. I don't obviously I like clean things, I like order, but that's just not real life, and I kind of like to play more on the realer side of things. So those little details that are in those packs really do kind of bring the game to life in a way that you won't get with many of the other packs. Anywho, here I am working on kind of sketching out the floor plan a little bit here. I come to work on the outside for a bit, but I really liked how when you walk into the restaurant, so once we get a little further into the build, you'll be able to see this, but once you walk into the restaurant, you'll have the desk or the host stand, and then immediately it's a bar area, and the kitchen. So I like playing with restaurants, but as many other people have experienced, it is super, super frustrating to play with them. And it's only because there's routing issues. There's like every time a celebrity comes in, it's all everybody loses focus. Like waiters, cooks, your Sims who are eating, engaging with one another, automatically stop and go to where, like, they get up out of their seat to go to wherever that celebrity is. And it's really frustrating. But I think what I did with this bathroom, or the bathrooms I should say, was very neat, because it's not just like a normal bathroom. There is a public hand washing area with a cool funky mirror that came with one of the newest kits, the pastel stuff kit. I can't remember if that's actually the name of it, but that funky mirror is cool. And then the 2 little water closets, if you will, for the toilets, and I thought that was really, really neat. And yeah, I think it's cute. The exposed brick looks nice, the plaster on the walls looks nice, the darker theme looks cool, and I'm adding, I'm actually gonna switch up this kitchen here in a little bit. I have worked in several kitchens in my adult working life, and there is always a spot in the back of house, like behind the building where the truck gets unloaded, that waiters, wait staff, and cook staff and those of the like will go and have either their smoke breaks or their lunch breaks. And so when I was building this little like dumpster area, I was like, this is exactly where that area would be. So I kind of play with the fencing a little bit. I find this really great chain link fence from Werewolves that I thought was like, okay, perfect, on brand. And then I'm gonna like shuffle it around a little bit. You'll see here in a few seconds. But I put a little like lunch area-ish, like break area. I put some folding chairs out with a box, like the brown box side table thing. You know what I talk about when you see it. It comes with base game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a base game object. And the only reason I didn't put like a table is because I was really nervous that your Sims would accidentally get seated in the dumpster area, so I decided to exclude a table from that area. But I do go back out there and add some more detail in a little bit, and I really like how it came out. But this is like a little 2-story kitchen, and I left the interior first floor emptier of tables in the second, because I always have, or seem to have, in restaurants I either download from the gallery or that come with the dine out pack itself, issues with routing when it comes to getting the food out of the kitchen into the tables. So I tried to keep it as like kind of like bare in here, so that that issue isn't very prevalent. I really hope it works well, or how I intend it to work anyhow. But yeah, and if it doesn't, just, you know, leave a comment either in this YouTube video or in the comments down below or on the gallery itself, and I will be sure to look into it and see what I can do to change it. Yeah, my gallery ID is Ravynthesimmer, spelled the exact same way as it is on my YouTube channel. We can thank my parents for that. And here I am, just kind of like decorating outside. See, when I thought industrial, my second word was plant. Like, that's what came into my head, is an industrial plant restaurant. And even though industrial is not a style I'm very well acquainted with, plant is a style I'm well acquainted with. I plant up everything. If there's an empty corner, plants get smacked in it. But I did something kind of fun, I thought, with this little outside. I raised it so that it would be like a raised garden bed right out the front window, and I put some like more exotic plants. I do the same thing shortly on the other side of the entry walkway, and I put even more exotic plants, like, that aren't just shrubs and leafy fronds. But yeah, I really like how that came out. I thought that looked nice. I really enjoyed using like red brick, because I don't really use red brick, and then on the inside doing that like distressed brick. I thought it was so pretty. But yeah, like these pretty jungle adventure plants I end up putting on the other half, so they do end up getting used. But yeah, here I am just kind of like vining it up and making it green and lush, and I don't know, I just think it looks really nice. I like playing with restaurants. I don't know if you guys had this, I had a weird bug, and I tested it out in different restaurants in my own personal gameplay to see if it was just the one I had visited. I had downloaded off the gallery, but no, it was like every single one of them. But like, my sim would refuse to use the restroom, so she peed her pants, like, on her date where she was getting engaged. And it was like, that's awesome. So I don't know, I think it's kind of funny when Sims does some things like that, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, life is not perfect, but I think it's a very rare occasion that you wet your pants in the restaurant before your significant other asks for your hand in marriage. But again, I'm not every woman, despite what that song says. I am not every woman. But yeah, here I am just kind of adding these little signs. I end up putting one on the wall at the very, very, very end of the video, just to kind of, that space seemed empty, so I added it. And then that little, like, menu board, like the chalkboard, has a little frog on it, and I thought it was super, super, super cute, so I just kept it. But yeah, I'm kind of just greening up the upstairs now. In a second here, I'm going to fiddle, very much fiddle, with this little, like, wall separator idea I kind of had from the entryway to, like, the dining space bar area. And if I had the tool mod and I knew how to use the tool mod, this would have gone a lot better than it did. But unfortunately, I don't have either. I don't know how to use it. I don't have it. But I thought it looked cool nonetheless. And little funny, it's like the plants all disappear on one side, and I think that's kind of silly, but what can you do? I suppose I could technically just add plants to the other side too, but also I was having issues with, like, lining it up correctly, so I don't know, that will definitely be, like, something to explore in a future build for sure. But here I am, I'm adding a more traditional wall divider. This came from City Living, just to, again, divide the area up between, like, the dining area and the waiting area, like when you wait to get sat. Oh goodness. Yeah, I only add a couple of tables here. I end up switching these out for 2-seaters, and then I put the majority of the seating is actually on the patios, which I put heat lamps on, so even if it is winter, if you have seasons, your Sims will not get cold or freeze to death, which is always great for a restaurant. It's always, like, super charming when someone dies in a restaurant and then everybody stops what they're doing to mourn someone they didn't really even know. Which, to be entirely fair, if I was at a restaurant and someone died, I'd probably be, like, really upset about it too. I would absolutely cry. I'm an absolute crier though, so that, you know, that kind of is on brand for me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm setting up the patios now. I wanted to do something for lighting, and so I end up putting these candles that came with Dine Out on the tables, and then I got the super teeny tiny little, string lights from the little campers kit, and just sized them up, I think 4 times, and then raised them up a couple with the 0 and 9 key. And I love how it looks. I just think it looks like romantic in my opinion. However, when I went back to take screenshots, I noticed quite a bit of the objects I had placed were missing, including the string lights that are on this bottom patio. And then I didn't add it on camera, but the little candles I put on the tables, I think it's a second story. I added them to the one, yeah, it is. I added them to the second story tables off camera, but when I came back in to take the screenshots, they weren't there either. So I don't know if that's gonna, like, mess up how it was on the gallery. I don't know if the gallery has those still too or not, but again, it is definitely one of those things that you can let me know, and I will definitely go back and change it, re-upload it if I have to. Out here, the back looked super empty, so I'm making it an employee parking lot. And then I kind of like add a little bit of garbage, and I put a pizza box on the table because, like, obviously they work in a restaurant and they can eat the restaurant food, but if you've ever cooked, you kind of know that, like, after a while of cooking the same food every single day, it just does not appeal to you anymore. So I put that pizza box on the table to, like, you know, maybe they're hungry. And then if you've ever worked in food service, I'm sure in retail too, there's always boxes that need to be broken down, and they always get piled up by the dumpsters. And then this black van I kind of thought was maybe like their food truck, and I had it parked cockeyed because I don't know, I just kind of gave it a little bit more character. Like, the guy who pulled in the truck didn't do it right and totally like missed the lines entirely, but yeah, so this is like kind of like an employee parking lot slash the back of house truck. See, there you go. But yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you come back to see some more. But other than that, y'all have a great night, and I'll catch you in the next one.